Welcome everyone for episode number 4 at A Piece of Life, a podcast by Brain to Body Revolution. I am Sauma and with me my partner Supriya are here with another episode where you know very sure that you have seen it or felt it but never quite understood it, and we are going to explain it with stories, science and depth. Welcome everyone. So, Supriya, excited for today's episode?
Absolutely, absolutely excited. What's new today? What's
Uh,
in your kitty?
Something that's very common, but we have not quite understood it. We are today going to understand why we fight and how not to fight.
Wow, lovely.
So, we
Cute.
all we all know that fight is common in any relationship, right? The conflict happens in any sort of relationship, be it mother, daughter, father, son, partners, romantic relations, especially romantic relationships where fights and breakups and divorce are so quite common. And this fight is very prominent. And for the longest, I've avoided having any fights in my life, and but I inevitably end up having fights. So that got me into thinking as to how to not to have a fight. But to how not to have a fight, we have to first understand why we fight, right? So, and to you, Supriya, the concept that we will be dealing is something we recently were trying to go through when we're trying to name our podcast. Actually, we came across this concept, this word that I'll be telling you. So I hope you guess it before I say it. Okay, that's a game
Yeah.
for you. All right.
Okay, let's just check out whether I can do it or not.
Hey, awesome. All right. Okay. So, let us understand why we fight first. Okay, let's understand the biology of why we fight. Okay, so let's just take a scenario of couples fighting usually, and we know that majority fight happens when we are trying to go out somewhere. So for trip or some outing or something, one or the other will fight for sure,
Hmm.
right? So here, let us try to understand. So maybe the majority of the fight that happens is for survival, to protect your identity. Suppose, let us take a scenario where, okay, let us take my scenario. It's easier to explain. So, my husband wants to go out for a trip, okay, and of course I've signed up. I've said, oh yeah, oh yeah, let's go out. But under I'm not okay because my identity is I'm a homey. I like to stay
Homely
at home.
person.
I want isolation. I want silence. I want peace. But hey, relationship, you have to. So I have said, yes, I want to go. And then he gets into nitty gritty. Okay, let us pack this, let us put that. Then the thing starts coming up. Okay, what to pack, what no. So you're trying to come out of your identity. Your identity is, my identity is I'm a homie, and his identity is I'm an outgoing person. So I am hesitating somewhere, once these all these decisions starts coming into place, like I have to take a decision of what I'm going to wear, where I'm going to wear, where we are going to stay. All this is too much for me, for my identity, which is like homie में ये सब decision करने की कोई जरूरत नहीं है. So I started giving excuses, I started saying, oh, my head is paining. Oh, do you think this is the right time to go outside? The weather is too hot. All these excuses starts coming as a mechanism to save my identity. And at the same time, what he starts feeling is his identity being threatened because he feels like he needs to go out because that's his identity, because he thinks he's a being, social bee. So he is planning this all. But now, because I'm giving these excuses, now I'm trying to force him to stay at home, which is against his identity. So, what is happening right now is we are both getting attacked to each other. Emotionally, our body doesn't know right now that. The difference, the attack is verbal. Okay, the body is thinking it's under the attack, and it does not know its difference between a tiger and a toad. So it's producing the same physiological reactions in your body as it would have if you had seen a tiger right now, in both our bodies. Okay, because our tones are elevated, we are screaming, we are on top of lungs. Because why? We are, our body is feeling threatened, our survival, our identity is feeling threatened. Okay, so our nervous system, our cortisol is high. If you do our blood work, you will see our cortisol is high, our heart rates are high, our breathing is very very shallow, like we are taking very fast breaths, and our amygdala is on fire, the fight and flight section, because it really thinks our body is really under the illusion that we are under attack, where we're
Danger.
going to die right now, because that's the scenario it has built up. But here's what happens. We all question, like, once the fight is happened, and we say, how can that person tell this to me? How can that person talk this like this? He says he loves me, and he can say all of these things, right? That's because when all these things are high, your prefrontal cortex, the rational part of your brain, it's a
Takes a
child,
backseat.
it is
Takes a backseat.
scared, and it goes into cocoon. It's like, I'm not there, I don't want to be there, because your amygdala is fighting, your limbic system is fighting, both father and mother are fighting, and the prefrontal, no, I don't want to be there. So your sane mind is not there. You don't stop thinking, but your access to logic weakens. Okay, so in that moment we are not really arguing about the trip anymore. We are not arguing, we are trying to defend ourselves, we are trying to protect our individual identity. When two nervous system are in defense mode, connection disappears, because survival mode doesn't prioritize connection, it prioritizes protection. And protection comes in control. One of us is trying to control the other. ओ हम नहीं जाएंगे, हम जाएंगे, हम नहीं जाएंगे, हम जाएंगे, राइट? एंड ब्लेम, तू हमेशा ऐसे ही करती है, तू हमेशा, although it's hardly been few months that we are living together, it's like, तू हमेशा ऐसे ही करती है, like हमेशा, what is this हमेशा? You have not known me. Harsh words, all the rude words that you think you will not say to other person, you are saying. And bringing up the past, remember last time also we were doing the same thing. This is what we usually do with us, you know. Why? By saying all those, what will happen when I say all those words, or when I'm doing the control, when I'm doing the blaming, what happens? We are not going to the trip, so my identity is safe. I get to stay at home, right? And when he says all that, he may think that we will, after that she will feel guilty and she will come with me and we will go out. So he's protecting his identity. So that way, the that's how your body works. So now that we have understood this, that it was really not about words, it was about your body, about your reaction of the body not feeling safe. Now we need to know what we have to do to make it feel safe, right? If your body feels safe, you will never say all these words. That's why when you are feeling safe, you have all the love words you want to say to the other person. Okay, so for that, we are going to travel to the land of wisdom, besides India, of course, uh, Japan. And in their culture, there's a concept called, drumroll, ma, ma.
Okay. Wow.
You remember this word?
Yeah, we do. When we were actually, figuring out the name of the name of the podcast, that time we came across with this word. Beautiful. Wow. Lovely.
Yeah. Ma means the space between things. Like, in the music where there is a small, tiny silence between two notes, one note, and then there's
Mm.
small micro nanosecond pause, and then the next. That space elevates the next tone. In architecture, is this empty spaces that give structure to the meaning. So there are like the windows coming in, the door coming in, those are empty spaces. And in relationship, this pause means a pause between the reaction and response. Remember that ma is not avoidance, it is not silent treatment, it is not cold distancing, and it's not passive aggression. It's not withdrawal, which majority of people we confuse it. अगर कोई चुप हो जाता है ना कन्वर्सेशन में, we start thinking that person is not understanding, वो अवॉइड कर रहे हैं, वो उठ के चले जाते हैं बाहर, वी थिंक इट इज अ साइलेंट ट्रीटमेंट. नो, व्हाट दैट पर्सन इज डूइंग इज साइलेंटली practicing this concept called ma. It's an
Pause.
intentional pause, because
Lovely.
because that person, whoever practices this ma during a fight, is saying a promise that I value this relationship too much to speak from a overheated nervous system. That's why I value our love. So that's why I'm going to take this pause. I want to save this relationship here. I don't want to say things that I don't mean, because my prefrontal cortex, my reasoning brain, my logical brain is out. It's not here. So I'm saying anything and everything from my past experiences, all the rehearsed stories, what I'm going to say, which is not true at any instance. So your ma doesn't mean you do not care. So the western culture has labeled this silence as person doesn't care, right? But it's not. That person, whoever practices ma, actually extremely cares about the relationship. So it is technically saying, I care so much that I refuse to let my dysregulated body hurt you. And that's emotional maturity. Even the in couples therapy research like Gottman method में actually they recommend timeouts to couples जब उनका हार्ट रेट 100 beats per minute से ज्यादा हो जाता है. When the heart rate is over 100 bpm, they are asked to take timeouts between couples, because जब when you're in a couple therapy, when you're talking, you start there also, right? You start saying, and suddenly the person is asked to step away to break out, because we know that even 3 to 5 minutes of slow diaphragmatic breathing lowers your heart rate, reduces your sympathetic activation, improves your heart rate variability, and begins stabilizing your cortisol, which is your stress hormone. वो lower करने लगता है, and then your body will feel safe. सो जब कोई बोल रहा है ना, माई लॉजिक शट डाउन ड्यूरिंग द फाइट, इट्स नॉट ड्रामेटिक, इट्स एक्चुअली बायोलॉजिकल. उनका लॉजिक है ही नहीं वहां पे, क्योंकि प्रीफ्रंटल कॉर्टेक्स इज नॉट वर्किंग. एंड व्हेन बॉडी इज नॉट फीलिंग सेफ, इट विल डेफिनेटली डू डिफेंस. एक पार्टनर अगर ट्रिगर्ड है, एक्टिवेटेड है, तो something can be done. But if both are dysregulated, both are highly dysregulated, means what? The relationship will take a hit. है ना?
Yeah.
So ma is something that every person has to practice in all your relationship, because it breaks emotional momentum, a momentum which is dangerous in conflict. Because एक बार आप बोलने लग गए, once you start speaking out, you see how it builds on, like it starts stacking on one top of the other. So whatever you have kept inside that you have to process is coming out and spilling out. So This is the uncomfortable truth about all the fights. It is never about that topic, guys. It's never about the topic. It's about your nervous system timing. When your nervous system doesn't feel safe is when you are going to fight. So hey guys, it's not you, but it's your nervous system. So you have to regulate it. So instead of regretting after saying a lot of things, let us take a pause. Love does not fail because people don't care. It fails because they speak before their body feels safe enough to listen. बोलते हैं ना कि ये प्यार में मेरे को ऐसे क्यों बोल, हाउ कैन दैट पर्सन हु लव्स मी सो मच कैन से दोज वर्ड्स. They can say those words because they are not there in that moment. They are become animalistic in their nature. They have gone to survival mode. So do not say if that person loved me, they wouldn't say that. They definitely love you. It's just right in that moment they are not feeling it because their nervous system is not them. If the nervous system was calm, they wouldn't say that. Definitely, 100%. So how do we practice ma? There is a two-step process. Okay. First, name the pause. This is very important. क्या नेम करना है? First, suppose in the same fight that I and my husband are having, I'm feeling triggered, I'm feeling activated. You just see, hey dear, listen, I'm feeling very activated, or I'm not feeling well right now, I'm feeling really uncomfortable, I don't know what is happening, I need 10 minutes, I promise I will come back to this. Okay, you name it, you name the pause. Step 2, go out and regulate your body. You can do slow breathing, you can walk, you can splash cold water on your face, you can shut your eyes, take deep breaths, or you go for a, like, you go talk to someone, you take that pause between you both. Okay. And the third most crucial step is you return. This is crucial. Ma without return becomes avoidance. Ma with return becomes repair. So once you take a pause, if you come back, it will repair the relationship. If you take a pause and you don't, many people do this. Suppose it's not just 10 minutes you need to process it. You need a day or two to process it. Say it. I need a day or two to process this and I will come back to it. And you open that topic and you address it, but you name the duration of your pause and the length of your pause and what you're going to be doing in that pause. Like, hey, I need this space, I'm going to go out and meet a friend, or I'm going to go to my mother's house, I'm going to stay there for a few days and come back. Whatever is it, you name it so that the other person knows that you're taking a pause and to heal this relationship. And when you practice this consistently, both the partners, you teach each other's nervous system that, hey, you are safe with me. You can be whoever you want to be with me. And that builds secure attachment, because once I do this and that person gives me space to regulate my nervous system, I develop trust in him. Oh, this person understood me here, he gave me the time and space to process it, because 99% of the 100% of the time the issue is not them, it's always us. So you need to process it, and that takes time. We think the real flex in relationship is communication, है ना? हम यही सोचते हैं ना कि बात करना है, अभी तो ये बहुत है इन करंट जनरेशन, है ना? They say, oh, you have to talk it out, you have to talk it out. But it's not. It's emotional regulation. It's the ability to say in the fight, my ego is loud right now, but my love for you is bigger. So I'm going to take a pause. सब कुछ बोलना नहीं होता है. Every time you don't have to say everything that you're feeling. Sometimes you have to take a pause and process it. And this is called disciplined love. And it is the pause that protects what you value. जाते जाते, before I end this discussion here, the strongest couples are not the ones who never fight. They are the ones who know when to stop, take a pause, and return with clarity. If you can do this, you will be the hashtag power couples and you will have hashtag powerful relationships in every format. That's it from my end. So, Supriya,
Wow,
you were
lovely
so pin
discussion.
drop silence today. What happened?
A lovely discussion in the Valentine's week, actually. So amazing, so amazing. Really loved the discussion about the which actually hovered around the माँ, which is the space. Space जो है हमारे लाइफ में वो बहुत ज़रूरी होता है. Space element is very important for everything. It is not about, in any relationship that Soumya talked about is fight is something which is inevitable. It will happen because there are no two individuals are same. राइट तो हम लोगों को परमात्मा ने बनाकर ही ऐसे भेजा है कि आर फिंगरप्रिंट्स डू नॉट मैच आर जॉ डू नॉट मैच लाइक नथिंग मैचेस so it is actually inevitable that you will be having certain clashes. Definitely you will be having certain clashes, but you need to take a pause from that fight, and that fight is actually chemical production, you can say, है ना. It is the production of the chemicals of the bodily things जिसके कारण वो ऐसे सिचुएशन हो गई है because everyone is there responsible to protect his identity,
Yes.
right? It is always the identity thing which is where it is always a clash of identity when it is happening, even it
Yeah.
is fight like maybe you love yourself to be loved in a certain manner, but the other person doesn't want that, उसको कुछ और चाहिए,
Yeah.
right? So you are not forcing yourself upon that person or submitting yourself to that person,
Absolutely.
right? So you just Soumya, you just said that we need to observe that ma, that space, that pause with complete with complete empowerment that yes, that particular thing is important, and that pause is also nature, Soumya, right? So
Yeah.
we all know that our heart is working day and night, but between every systole and diastole there
There's
is
a
a pause,
yeah.
है ना. तो हर सिस्टोल के बीच में 0.3 सेकंड के आसपास का पॉज होता है, विच इज वी डू नॉट नो ओनली. हार्ट ऑल्सो टेक्स पॉज, राइट. हम लोग सुनते तो यही आए हैं ना साइंस में कि हार्ट नेवर टेक्स अ रेस्ट, बट इट ऑल्सो डज पॉज फॉर दैट
Yeah.
0.3 सेकेंड्स इन केस ऑफ सिस्टोल, एंड डायस्टोल में तो वो 0.5 सेकेंड्स हो जाता है. बट जस्ट लाइक दैट एवरी टाइम when you are doing something in the relationship also, आपको एक पॉज की जरूरत होती है, बिकॉज द अदर पर्सन का जो नेचर है उसको समझना, आपको समझने की जरूरत ही नहीं. आप अपने आप को जब समझोगे तो आपको समझ में आ जाएगा. यू जस्ट टेक अ पॉज एंड देन यू फिगर आउट. मे बी जैसे सौम्या ने आपको बताया, इन ऑर्डर फॉर दैट यू कैन गो आउट. आप अपने डायफ्रामेटिक ब्रीदिंग कर सकते हो, बाहर जाके थोड़ा सा पॉज लेके आओ. देन अगेन शी एम्फेसाइज दैट यू हैव टू रिटर्न टू दैट. अगर
Yes.
रिटर्न नहीं होगे तो यू आर जस्ट ब्लाइंडेड.
Yeah.
जब आप ब्लाइंडेड हो जाते हो ना सौम्या, तो आप धीरे धीरे करके यू आर काइंड ऑफ डिपॉजिटिंग दोस नेगेटिव थिंग्स इन योर माइंड एंड इन योर बॉडी,
Yeah.
एंड विच ब्लॉक्स द थिंग्स इन योर लाइफ ना. आपको फिर वो बाद में आप जब पास्ट में जा जाकर बाद में लेकर आओगे, सो
Yeah.
दैट माँ कैन ऑल्सो बी ऑब्जर्व्ड एज सम पॉज बिटवीन योर पास्ट एंड फ्यूचर, दैट इज योर प्रेजेंट ओनली,
Yeah.
है ना सौम्या. सो यू आर कमिंग बैक टू द प्रेजेंट मोमेंट. ठीक है, यू आर क्लेरिफाइंग योर थिंग, और दिस क्लैशेस को आप समझोगे कि नेचर ने ही ऐसा सबको बनाया है. एंड देन यू अंडरस्टैंड वेन एवर यू आर एंग्री सौम्या और अबाउट एनीथिंग, अगर आपके ब्लड पैरामीटर्स चेक किए जाए सब कुछ ही एलिवेटेड आता है.
Yeah.
तो उस समय में जब आप सर्वाइवल स्टेट में होते हो, यू आर एक्चुअली इन फ्लाइट एंड फ्राइट मोड. पहले क्या होता था, उस समय पे आपका सर्वाइवल इशू हो जाता था कि इधर यू आर गेटिंग हंटेड और यू आर गोइंग टू हंट समवन,
Mm.
है ना. तो उसके कारण बॉडी टेक्स इट एज अ डेंजर सिग्नल कि अपने आप को बचाना है, अपने आप को बचाना है. But as now we are human beings and we are in the 21st century, we have got everything in our hand. तो हम लोगों को वो पॉज माँ की इसीलिए ज़रूरत है. So lovely topic that you shared today, and I completely was engrossed in it. So I just came out with this thing that, yeah, after everything, you have stated everything so beautifully, Soumya. What most important thing is, अगर हम उन चीज़ों को पॉज नहीं लेते हैं उस समय, if you submit to him, that means you are killing yourself, right? If you're submitting to your husband completely, you know that you do not want that, but still you are going, matlab ki you are killing yourself because you have not clarified your point, right? You have
Yeah.
not taken that pause. Out of that thing only you are going, but you have to understand that I have to give my perspective also. राइट? तो आपको बोलने की जरूरत नहीं है, लाइक यू आर नॉट ब्लर्टिंग इट आउट एवरीथिंग, उस समय नहीं बोल रहे हो, बट आपने पॉज लिया, वो पॉज आपको शांत कर देता है सौम्या, एंड दैट इज व्हाट वी डू इट ब्रेन टू बॉडी ऑल्सो ना, वेन एवर यू आर गेटिंग दैट हंगर सिग्नल, just take a pause for some time,
Yeah.
understand whether that is the hunger, actual hunger or not,
Yeah.
right? So this thing actually excites me to the extent of ecstasy, that everything, every point is coming on in our life, in every sector, you know.
Yeah.
So
Everything is interlinked.
everything is so interlinked. So really, this gives me such a good thought कि आप जब इसको, in fact the thing that we discussed yesterday about the snowball effect, कि आप क्या कर रहे हो, वो छोटे छोटे जो नेगेटिव चीजें हैं जो आपको नहीं पसंद आ रहा है, बट यू स्टिल एक्चुअली सबमिट टू इट एंड यू आर डिपॉजिटिंग ऑल दैट थिंग इन योर माइंड, है ना,
Yeah.
आप करते जा रहे हो, और बार बार जाके वो स्नोबॉल इफेक्ट होके आपको एक बड़े तरीके से मिल सकता है, चाहे नेगेटिविटी के रूप में, चाहे पॉजिटिविटी के रूप में,
Yeah.
राइट? एंड व्हेन यू आर टेकिंग
All
दिस पॉज,
all these yesterday from first episode to last yesterday's
yeah.
episode, this is the technique that you can employ in all of those effects,
Yes.
you know. Yeah.
Yeah, lovely, lovely. I just love, like, for I'm just falling in love with this. तो आपने जैसे इसको बताया, just take a pause and understand that person, that it is only love. He is also trying to protect his identity, and that's what you are doing. Both of you are actually doing the same thing, protecting your identity. Then आप वो pause लेके एक common consensus में पहुंचते हो कि let us go and do this. You
Yes.
are heard and you are hearing him.
Yes.
So this is
That,
so beautiful. Yes, definitely we are going. I'm sure that all our spectators are going to observe this ma and
mom.
this space. Yeah, and this word also is so beautiful, na ma.
It
So yeah,
comes,
lovely,
it's so
lovely.
close to us. Now, Ma is
Yeah,
something that we take in reverence. It's always close to our heart. And now today we have added another meaning to it.
another meaning, a
And
deeper
it
meaning
both
to
are
it.
same, both are
Yes,
at the same intensity. Ma, we will do anything like, for our mother,
indispensable
and
actually.
this is a technique that helps us. And yeah, that,
Yeah.
yeah, I was touched when I went through the research behind it and all
Hmm.
that. Wow. We are practicing it. It's just the process we do it is not so absolutely crucial, that you name your pause, that you tell that I'm going to take for 10 minutes, half an hour,
Hmm.
1 hour, 2 days,
Hmm.
3 days, 1 month, whatever pause you're taking, any length of time, you name it to the to the person from whom you're taking it, right? Could be your friend, could be your boss, could be anybody. Just say it ki I need some time to process this, and I'll be back by
Back.
so and so. And you go do something to process it. That is very crucial. And the third thing, you come back.
Yeah.
यहाँ पे लोग ghosting, the word ghosting is coming these days, right,
Hmm.
Supriya, where people just don't come back. They take the pause, they say, hey, I'm being triggered, so give me space. They are doing this part, but then they're not returning back.
Not returning back.
So that's when that's the term called ghosting these days, you
But
know?
we are social now. We have to come back to our responsibility
Yes.
also. We are social animals. We have to understand that we have to hear others, and at the same time, we have to ensure that we are also being heard.
Yeah,
Right? So
absolutely.
lovely, lovely topic. Loved it in the Valentine's week, and definitely I'm going to apply this. And हमेशा इस बात को याद रखना कि जब भी कोई गुस्सा होता है ना, तो आपको बुरा बुरा बोलेगा ही बोलेगा, क्योंकि उसको पता है कि एंड ही इज गोइंग टू पिक आउट द थिंग्स विच इज गोइंग टू हर्ट यू, राइट? बिकॉज ओनली दैट थिंग विल हर्ट यू, ही लव्स यू अ लॉट, आपको पता है जो पर्सन, whoever is it, he is only protecting his identity, उसको भी सर्वाइवल का इशू है। सो एवरी टाइम जो होगा ना, हमको ऐसे हीटेड आर्ग्यूमेंट्स में, जो ओवर हीटेड हमारा नर्वस सिस्टम है, जिसके कारण दिस साइट इज बिजी, वो वाला नहीं लिखा था, दिस साइट इज अंडर कंस्ट्रक्शन, सो यू आर ऑल्सो अंडर कंस्ट्रक्शन दैट टाइम।
Yeah.
टेक अ पॉज, थोड़ा सा सांस लो, डायफ्रामेटिक ब्रीदिंग करो, टेक अ पॉज एंड उसको माँ के नाम से, एंड ऑब्वियसली जैसे सौम्या ने बताया, नाम दीजिए उसका, एंड देन कम बैक टू द पॉइंट, and everything will be sorted in life. So wishing you all the best for the beautiful relationship that you have in your life. That is our definitely our prayer, that you all stay loved, peace, and always stay in harmony with each other. Right, Soumya?
Yes, absolutely. And guys, if you want to check out our previous episodes, they will pop up right at the end of this video. Please do check them out, and you can practice this ma in all these effects, and you can change around your life. You will no longer be the victim of circumstances. You'll be the creator of your circumstances. And if you truly, truly want to become one seriously, then you can join us at Brain to Body Revolution. We have entire programs which you can check out on our website, and we are here for you. Absolutely.
Yes.
So let's sign off, Supriya, for today.
Yes, definitely. Please subscribe to the channel for more information about Ma and about all the other programs that we have. You can log into our website to check out the details. So www.braintobodyrevolution.com is our website. And please subscribe to the channel to get even more detailed thing. You might be knowing all those things, but you do not go know. We are sure that you do not know the details of it. So to get the scientific aspect of everything, just come here at Brain to Body Revolution. Take a pause from your busy life and come to us to get nurtured. Thank you so much for joining
Thank
me.
you, guys. See you
See you tomorrow.
tomorrow.
Bye bye.
Bye.
Take care. Yeah.